So, what if the most important partnership you'll ever have in your career isn't with another person? What if it's with AI? Today, we're not just talking about using AI. Nope. We are talking about building a real, honest to goodness partnership with it. Let's dive in and figure out how. And just so you know, all the amazing ideas we're about to get into come directly from Chapter 1 of a tutorial by Virtualization Options LLC. Seriously, they've laid out a fantastic roadmap for what the future of work is going to look like. Okay, let's just get right to the heart of it. There's this big question hanging in the air, right? If AI can do so much of the stuff we do, well, what's left for us? And look, that's a totally fair question. But the answer isn't about us becoming obsolete. It's not about competing with AI, it's about collaborating. So, how do we actually do that? How do we make that big shift from seeing AI as a competitor to seeing it as a collaborator? Well, it all starts with a whole new way of thinking. We're talking about a new cognitive partnership. Let's break down exactly what that means. So that 70% number you saw, try not to think of it as a threat. It's not about job loss. It's about a job upgrade. Think about it. AI takes over all the boring, repetitive, tedious stuff. And that frees us up to focus on the 30% that really counts, the creative work, the strategic thinking, the stuff that's uniquely human. It's an opportunity. And hey, this isn't just some feel-good theory. This is backed by solid research from MIT Sloan. And the keyword here, the one I really want you to focus on, is complementary. It's not about us trying to out-machine the machines. It's about finding where our strengths and their strengths fit together perfectly, like two pieces of a puzzle, to create something way better than either of us could do alone. So, if we're going to build this incredible partnership, the very first step is to get super clear on who brings what to the table. We need to define our roles. We need to understand where the AI shines and where we, as humans, provide that irreplaceable value. I mean, let's be real. AI's strengths are just mind-boggling. It's an absolute powerhouse of speed, scale, and repetition. It can tear through massive data sets, finding patterns we'd never see, and it can do it 24/7 without ever getting tired or making a careless mistake. But then there's us. This is our home turf. Our superpower isn't crunching the data, it's understanding the context behind it. We bring judgment to the table. We bring ethics, nuance, and that amazing spark of creativity that can dream up something from absolutely nothing. And here's where it all clicks into place. Just look at this side by side. This isn't a battle. It's more like a beautifully choreographed dance. The AI can recognize a million patterns, but we provide the contextual reasoning to know which ones matter. The AI can make a data-driven prediction, but we use our ethical judgment to decide what to do about it. See? Together, we're a powerhouse. Okay, so we get the what and the why, but what about the how? How do we actually start building these synergistic workflows in the real world? Thankfully, we're not starting from scratch. Researchers at Berkeley have given us an incredible, practical framework to get us started. Think of this as your playbook. First, addition. AI should make you better, augmenting your skills, not just replacing them. Second, relevance. The tools have to actually solve real problems you have. Third, substitution. Be smart about which tasks you hand over to the AI. Fourth, diversity. Always keep different human perspectives in the loop. Fifth, collaboration. You gotta design workflows for real teamwork. And finally, number 6, explanation. You need to be able to understand why the AI is making the recommendations it is. No black boxes. All right, enough theory. It's time to roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty. Let's shift from being passive users of these tools to becoming active architects of our own success. And the source material gives us a really simple but incredibly powerful exercise to start. So, here's your mission, should you choose to accept it. Pick one complex task that's a regular part of your job. Now, break it down into all its little pieces. For every single piece, ask yourself, is this a job for the machine strengths, like data processing, or is this a job for my human strengths, like judgment? You map this all out, and you'll suddenly see these crystal clear points where you and your AI partner can hand off the baton to each other. And look, doing this is a total game changer. This isn't just about being a little more efficient. It's about empowerment. It's about you taking control, designing your work, and shaping your future. When you become an architect of your own human AI workflows, you're not just staying relevant anymore. You're making yourself essential. So here we are, right back at that big question. But now is not what are we for? The real question is, what will you build? What is the very first workflow you're going to take apart and redesign? Because the future of work isn't something that's just going to happen to us. It's something we're all creating right now, together. So go on, go build it.